According to the latest polling from Gallup, the president's overall approval rating stands at just 41% overall. However, virtually 9 out of 10 Republicans say they approve of the job he's doing. 9 out of 10. That polarization is no doubt fueled by the president, who's been quick to villainize the people he disagrees with. His leadership style also serves a strategic purpose, forcing voters to choose whether they're with him or with his critics, who they don't like. That may explain why he goes out of his way to bait his opponents with such divisive rhetoric. Let's watch a few examples.
You wouldn't believe how bad these people are. These aren't people. These are animals.
He's a tool of Chuck Schumer and, of course, the MS-13 lover, Nancy Pelosi. Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a bitch off the field right now, out, he's fired.
You have to stand proudly for the national anthem. Well, you shouldn't be playing. You shouldn't be there. Maybe you shouldn't be in the country.
So we have a single protester. He's going home to his mom. Say hello to mommy. I called the fake news the enemy of the people, and they are. They are the enemy of the people.
I'm joined now by two MSNBC contributors, Ruth Marcus, deputy editorial page editor of the Washington Post, and Jeremy Peters, who covers politics for the Times. Your piece is great this weekend because I think it's Trump's way of forcing everybody to their tribal base. You know, I think, I'm just generalizing or just guessing, but I bet there are a lot of African Americans who had a different view on people taking a knee every game. They might say, well, you made your point. And there are a lot of white people who say they have a point to make, let them make it. But he says, no, divide by race. Enough of this nebulous, you know, they might be right, I may be wrong on this one. Forget all that. Go back to your tribal stations and fight. That's what Trump does on every issue.
That's exactly right. He's tribalized our politics more than any
we're
political leader has in a generation.
They were pretty tribalized
I agree.
before.
Right. Well, there's no doubt. I made that point.
Yeah.
Well, what Trump has done, and also what he has used to great effect, is this notion that there is an unhinged, radical, violent left that's almost reminiscent of the Vietnam-era war protesters that Nixon went after. You know, love it or leave it, right?
Yeah, the long hairs.
And Trump understands that by making those people the focus of his criticism, he can portray them as people that they will stop at nothing to silence me, to silence your voice, and to take away your vote and impeach me. And so it's very
I think he makes all moderate and regular people who aren't conservatives right, and made some real lefties. Like, I don't think everybody's for open borders. I mean, half of Latin America would probably like to live in the United States. Most people would like to live here. So you have to have some kind of regulation of the border. But he portrays the Democrats as loosey-goosey, you know, flowered children, come on in. And also the Democrats don't care about crime. They do. A lot of Democrats live in urban neighborhoods where they like to have less crime.
Yeah, that's
well, Nancy Pelosi is not an MS-13 lover.
Where did he get that from?
You guys got it from Mike Huckabee. Did you see that tweet over the weekend?
Well, I think, what about Jeremy's? He turns every Democrat into a hard lefty. Everybody's Maxine Waters from South Central. So, you know, I don't know if she's a hard lefty or not, but she's certainly a liberal, progressive. But he makes everybody into the enemy.
Well, Maxine Waters played right into Trump's hands. The White House loves it. Every time there is an episode like Maxine Waters, who came about as close to inciting violence as any member of Congress I've ever seen, and every time Sarah Huckabee Sanders gets kicked out of a restaurant, guess what? The White House loves that. It plays right into their message of this crazed, lunatic left fringe, and then they use that to discredit the whole Republican Party. And a lot of Republican voters who aren't necessarily pro-Trump buy that.
Let's show what Congresswoman said. Sarah, there are also signs that some on the left are embracing the very kind of incivility that they criticize the president. They're doing what he's doing. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said over the weekend that she was asked to leave a restaurant because she worked for Donald Trump. She tweeted, "Last night I was told by the owner of the Red Hen, it's a restaurant in Lexington, Virginia, that's not far from here, to leave because I work for the president, and I politely left. Her actions say far more about her than about me." In reaction, the president lashed out today, saying that the Red Hen restaurant should focus more on cleaning its filthy canopies, doors, and windows. Badly needs a paint job rather than refusing to serve a fine person like Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I always had a rule. If a restaurant is dirty on the outside, it's dirty on the inside. This is pure Trump. On Saturday, Democratic Congressman Maxine Waters, I mentioned from L.A., decided with that restaurant owner and called on Democrats to confront members of the Trump administration in public place. Here's the Congresswoman.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, department store, at a gasoline station. You get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
Anyway, those comments earned her a sharp rebuke from the president, who said today Congresswoman Maxine Waters, an extraordinarily low IQ person, has become, together with Nancy Pelosi, the face of the Democrat Party. She has just called for harm to supporters, of which there are many, of the Make America Great movement. Be careful what you wish for, Max, which, whatever. Congresswoman Waters has since clarified her statement, saying she never called for violence, only peaceful protest. What do you make of all this? I think Trump's winning this little fight.
Yes, with some help
because he's brought people down to his level effectively.
Yeah, indeed. And now I understand Trump and the way he talks about everything that we talked about earlier can make you crazy. But Michelle Obama can make everybody crazy. Michelle Obama was right when she said, when they go low, we go high.
That didn't work for Hillary.
When they go low,
Did it work for Hillary?
We're going crazy. And for exactly the reasons that
Did it work for Hillary? She said the same thing.
Well,
No. So there's a real debate going on in the Democratic Party right now about whether or not to attack Trump using Trump's rules. It's a real discussion because they make that exact
Okay, who's
point.
taking sides? Are the leaders like Pelosi, who knows her politics, is she saying hold back? Don't
they're distancing themselves from the Maxine Waters of the world.
But you know what else should happen?
Because it is not helpful. Look, there's people who are definitely attached to Trump, the true believers, are not going to get disattached from him. But if you're telling other people who may have been Trump voters or might be flirting with Trump that they're bigots and racists and terrible people and shouldn't be served in restaurants, it's like when you criticize a friend, when you criticize somebody in your family, you have this instinctive reaction to want to sort of rally with them. It's just not smart politics. It's not smart human relations.
But he does troll. He does incite. He tries to get people.
He
tries to bring them out.
To happen. He wants Maxine Waters to go out there.
It's a tough challenge. I think we're going to be debating
things.
which way to go. Do you go with hard, nasty resistance, or you go with I'll go higher when you go lower, which didn't work last time? Anyway, Ruth Marcus, good insightful thinking here. Jeremy, great reporting on that.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.